Hi guys, so today we are focusing on still describing the events that occur during the cell cycle. And our objective is to, number one, label the cell structure of, not the cell structure, the structure of a chromosome, and then explain what happens in each cell stage of cell division. Today we're going to start with interphase and prophase, okay, and talk about the differences between those, and then tomorrow you're going to move into the rest. Okay, so today, as I said, we're focusing on part one. So a chromosome is a structure found inside the nucleus of a cell, okay? So it's in the nucleus of a cell, all right? It's made up of proteins and DNA organized into genes, and each cell normally contains 23 pairs of chromosomes, which means there are 46 total, okay? 23 pairs, 46 total. All right, so now we're going to go through and we're going to label a chromosome. So make sure you're following along with me here. Okay, so we are going to start with the actual chromosome. Okay, so this whole thing, okay, down here is going to be a chromosome. All right, that's a chromosome, so we use chromosomes. Then we're going to talk about sister chromatids. Okay, there are two of them, which is why they are called sister. Okay, so these two, are sister chromatids. I know you can barely read that, but those two are our sister chromatids. Okay, this part in the middle, this little pink part, is our centromere. Okay, that's our centromere. And then there's a little bit of a difference between DNA and chromatin. They're basically the same thing, just like different structurally. Okay, so the chromosome is my unwound, messy DNA. Okay, so this is going to be our chromatin. Okay, then once it winds itself up into the structure of a chromosome, it becomes DNA. Okay, so chromatin is messy. Okay, DNA is not. All right, then the last thing that we're gonna add here is called a telomere. Okay, the telomeres are these two ends at the top. Okay, so those are a telomere. Ooh. Okay, those two are telomeres. All right, you're gonna need to know that later. All right, so you're gonna move from your notes on your Chromebook onto your paper copy because you're going to have to draw here. All right, so, okay, every cell, we're going to talk about mitosis now. So every cell goes through a formation period, a growth period, and development, and death, and it's known as the cell cycle, okay? So we've already talked about interphase, which is our resting phase. There's growth that goes on. There's duplication that goes on. We're going to talk a little more about that. Then we have mitosis, and then we have cytokinesis, okay? So interphase and cytokinesis are not included in mitosis. All right. Mitosis is the process of cell division that results in the production of two identical cells from a single parent cell. Okay. This is what body cells go through, aka somatic cells. Okay. And this is a form of asexual reproduction, which we talked about earlier. Okay, this occurs because multicellular organisms have to grow and develop. Okay, old and damaged cells need to be replaced, and single cell organisms such as bacteria and protists divide to make new independent organisms, aka binary fission, which is sexual reproduction. Okay, that's what we're talking about. This is a form of asexual reproduction. All right, so here are the phases of cell division. We have our resting phase, which is interphase. Then we have our four phases that go under mitosis, and we talked about PMAT before: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. Okay, PMAT. All right, and then we have cytokinesis, where the cytoplasm divides and one cell officially becomes two. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about interphase real quick. I know we've already gone over it, but we're just going to go into it really quickly. Okay, this is the cell's resting phase. Spends 90% of its time in interphase. Okay, the cell copies or doubles its chromosomes and prepares for cell division, aka mitosis. All right, so this is not a phase of mitosis. Prophase is the first phase of mitosis. This is the P and PMAT. Okay, so the nucleolus, which is this little little dark gray circle here, this guy here. All right, the nucleus and nuclear membrane, nucleolus and nuclear membrane disappear. Okay, the centriole, okay, which is this guy here, this is our centriole, appears and moves to opposite ends of the cell. Okay, spindle fibers begin to stretch across the cell. Okay, like spider webs, they're just like little fibers that are gonna pull some stuff apart. Okay, and then chromosome pairs become visible. Okay, attached to one another by the centromere. So the chromosomes start to pair up. All right, so this is our centrioles starting to move to opposite ends of the cell. Okay, in this picture, our chromosomes have paired up. Okay, so our chromosomes, our chromatin becomes chromosome pairs. And then our centrioles are at opposite ends of the cell. We have our centromere pointed out, okay, because that connects our two our chromosome pairs. Okay, so in your notes, make sure you are drawing this final stage of prophase. Okay, at the bottom of the back of your sheet. This will be stage 2. Okay, so make sure you draw this. All right. So we're going to pause here and we're going to continue with the rest of mitosis as well as cytokinesis tomorrow. All right. Y'all did great. Thank you so much.